Hi, my pupils. How are you? I hope you are all doing well. My students, in the previous lesson, we studied physical properties. Now, a review about last lesson after started new lesson. We studied last lesson, Unit 5, Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Physical Properties. What are the physical properties? Physical properties, the characteristics of a substance that can observed or measured without changing the substance. Physical properties that can be used to identify a substance. Don't change the substance. Some physical properties can be observed and others can be measured. The physical properties of a substance determines its uses and the physical changes it can undergo. What are the observable physical properties? Number 1, texture. Number 2, malleability. Number 3, ductility. Number 4, density. Number 5, buoyancy. These are observable of the physical properties. Number 1, texture is how the surface of a substance feels. For example, the surface of the lizard, it is rough, but the surface of the egg, it is smooth. Number 2, another physical properties, malleability. Malleability have two definitions. Choose this definition, whichever comes easy to you. Malleability, the property of a metal that indicates that it can be bent and rolled into sheets. Another definition about malleability is the ability of a substance to be bent, hammered into thin sheets, or otherwise shaped without breaking. Example, folia. This folia in the aluminium. Aluminium is a very malleable, and that is why we use it to make foil to warp our food. Other substances like glass are not malleable because it would break us instead of change shape. Wood is not malleable while copper is malleable. Gold is malleable because can be bent and rolled into sheets. Another answer this question, why gold, why aluminum, why copper? It is malleable metal because can be hammered into thin sheets or otherwise shaped without breaking. My students, I will start new lesson page 196. I will talk about another observable physical properties. Number 3, ductility. What is the ductility? Ductility is the ability of a substance to be pulled into thin threads without breaking. This is definition of the ductility. Please underline on your book. Ductility is the ability of a substance to be pulled into thin threads without breaking. Example, copper. Copper metal, it is ductility because it's metal to be pulled into thin threads without breaking. Another example, gold. The property of a substance that describes its ability to be drawn into a thin wire without breaking. Many metals like copper, gold, can easily be drawn into a thin wire. Substances like water and cement are not ductility. Water and cement because these are the substances can't be pulled into thin threads without breaking. Water and cement breaking. Question: what is the difference between of malleability and ductility? Malleability is the ability of a substance to be flattened into a thin sheet or foil. Foil and flattened into a thin sheet by hammer. But ductility is the ability of a substance to be pulled into a long thin wire. Malleability and ductility without breaking. Malleability to be flattened into thin sheet or foil. But ductility is the ability of a substance to be pulled into a long, thin wire. A substance that has the property of ductility to be ductile, the opposite of the malleability and ductile is brittle. Please watch this video about malleability and ductility.
Welcome to Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to talk about two physical properties, malleability and ductility. Malleability is the ability of a solid to bend or be hammered into other shapes without breaking. If malleable, a material can be flattened into thin sheets by hammering or rolling. Examples of malleable metals are gold, iron, aluminum, copper, silver. Because metals are malleable, blacksmiths have been able to hammer metals into helpful objects over the years. Compare a malleable metal to this piggy bank, which is not malleable. Because gold is malleable, it can be fashioned into jewelry. Ductility is a physical property of a material with the ability to be hammered into thin sheets or stretched into wire without breaking. A ductile substance can be drawn into a wire. Again, most metals are good examples of ductile materials, including gold, copper, and silver. Aluminum is not very ductile. Copper is used to make wires, and gold can also be used to make wire. This glass is not very ductile. So there we go, two physical properties, malleability and ductility. Thanks for watching, and Moo Math uploads in.
I will talk about another observable physical properties. Number 4, density. Density is the amount of mass that fits in given volume. This is definition of the density. Please underline on your book. Density is the amount of mass that fits in given volume. The density of an object is found by formula density mass divided to volume. The mass and volume of a substance are physical properties that can be measured. These properties vary because they depend on the amount of the substance present. Even though the mass and volume of a substance may vary, the ratio of these two measurements does not usually change for a solid or a liquid. The density of a gas is more variable. The density of a substance determines another of its physical properties. It is buoyancy. Number 5, buoyancy is the ability to float in a liquid or rise in a gas. A substance is buoyancy if its density is less than that of the liquid or gas. The table on this page shows the densities of several substances and indicates whether or not they are buoyant in pure water. This is the definition of the buoyancy. Please underline on your book. Buoyancy is the ability to float in a liquid or rise in a gas. I will talk about the stable density of some common substance. Substance helium. The density of helium 0.0018 floated in pure water. Air. The density 0.01 floated in pure water. Wood, white pine 0.5 floated in pure water. Olive oil floated in pure water. And the density 0.9. These are means. These are density are less than that of the liquid or gas. But diamond and lead and mercury sinks in pure water. These are means. These density are more than that of the liquid or gas. Buoyancy is the ability to float in a liquid or gas. My students, today finished this lesson. I wish a useful lesson